With our loss for Zimbabwe, Robiul Islam, the star of the Bangladeshi bowling performance in the first test, to continue from the power end.
You need to miss a few of those as an opener. That's just a very good ball. That's the reason that Robiul Islam was so effective in the first test and his 6-wicket haul. Look at that late movement.
Well, if the one place he struggled with is the ball that's full and on the stumps for Simisi Sibanda, he's found it very difficult to keep his balance and get his bat out towards the ball. He's worked a bit on it in between test matches. Unlike a lot of, or most Zimbabwe players, he's very comfortable on the back foot. He likes playing shots on the back foot, square of the wicket, the pull shot. But when the pace, surprisingly for most openers, when the pace goes down a bit, the ball swings around, he's not as confident going forward as he is to high pace. And in both innings in the first test match, he struggled with balls that were full and swinging, whereas if he had got his foot out there, his weight forward, he'd have given himself a better opportunity to keep both balls out.
I became slightly obsessed with the theory that it was because he used to bat in glasses. I used to talk to him for ages about that, and well, sad to say that now that he's a contact lens wearer, it still happens.
I personally, just having watched him play a bit with Rhinos and obviously on TV, test matches, internationals, when the pace goes down, he doesn't move as much, doesn't get a stride in as it tries to do with high pace.
The giveaway there was the hesitation from the keeper. Everybody else went up and the keeper thought, whoa, okay, I'll go as well. Keeper knows best usually.
Well, it's a beautiful delivery. It's just that late movement again, a wonderful length, and Mushfiqur Rahim is not totally convinced. He was not shy of an appeal as usual, but it's just one of those appeals that you're just not quite convinced by.
It's funny that decibel level isn't always the best gauge. It can be very loud, but it's sort of a flat noise. Doesn't contain the high pitches of belief.
Well, not the same type of bowler, but a lot like Carl Jarvis, Robiul Islam tries to get as close to the stumps as possible. And if you see how close he gets to the stumps, just misses the stumps.
Really good couple of overs from Robiul. 3 for 9. The day after the first test, Reggie Chikabva, I'll come back to that.
Yeah, he just gets nice and close to the stumps here, Robiul, almost like Carl Jarvis. But that's the length, just tempting the batsman, making him think twice about playing it. And again, and the one characteristic he showed from the first test was his ability to be patient there. In the first innings, he didn't get much reward, and he hung in there. He kept that line and length. In the second innings, he got plenty of reward. But his patience has been the key. 3 for 84 in the first innings. He deserved better. That 6 for 71 at one stage was 4 for 4, pretty much.
Yeah, and 6 for 30.
And I think the one thing, everybody talks about the new ball being as effective as possible. Before you try and bowl the magic ball, you have to build that pressure, that doubt in the batsman's mind, by being patient on a good line and length. I think Kyle Jarvis was guilty of probably looking for the magic ball, which he has the capability of bowling, but in between there just wasn't enough balls in that right area, wearing on the batsman's patience and skill.
That is just a perfect shape, isn't it? I mean, it's devastating. He gets that right, and get that line exactly right. It's extremely difficult. I mean, that's Dale Steyn shape. It's just 15 kilometres an hour slower. Been the #1 ranked fast bowler in the world for over 3 years. For once, as a coach, you'd be able to say to your player, don't do anything different. Just carry on doing that.
Well, I think it's so important from the opening bowler's point of view is that you also show patience. I think captains can sometimes get in bowlers' ears about telling him to play, get him to play a lot more. But just as it's difficult for the bowler to bowl magic balls, it's very difficult to just keep standing there and watching the ball go past as a batsman. It builds that mental pressure. Very good cricket that over from both batsman and bowler. Patel. Feature sight of Harari. He's getting some lovely away movement. And he's bowling a really good length as well. What I enjoy about the length he bowls, Robiul Islam, is that it's very hard to get to him. So as a batsman, you're getting your front foot out there. Though you know you probably can't score against it, it's still tempting you enough to want to have a push or prod at it, looking to score.
That's his 20th delivery, and I reckon 18 of them have been perfect, and the other 2 were just good. But he hasn't bowled a bad ball.
And you wouldn't say the batsman has had to play every delivery, and that's the pressure he builds.
But he's had to think about everyone. You know what I mean? It's not that none of them have been wide enough for him, for the batsman to leave from the hand, as it were. He's had to watch and make a split-second decision.
He's a bit annoyed with himself there. He thinks that's a little bit wide, just a little huff.
Yeah, well, if that's his bad ball, then Zimbabwe would have wished they could have bowled a few more of them. See where it starts. I mean, that started about 2 inches outside off them.
See, I'm of the opinion that in conditions like this, especially with the new ball, if you bowl as he's bowled, he now deserves the opportunity to bowl a fuller one and see if Wasim will drive. He's built the pressure, he's bowled enough dot balls, now he can try a fuller one. That one just a little bit straighter. But if you bowl that many deliveries that are threatening, not all you have to play, but they're threatening, then you try a full one now and you go for 4. You're still going to be going at only 2 runs and over. You're not going to get to 5 and 6 runs and over. So he's earning the right to try something by being patient.
Having said that, it feels real good, doesn't it? Looking at your numbers on the scoreboard. 4th over, 1 run. Building pressure, building pressure. I know what you mean, though.
Mrs. Vander's had a bit of trouble with the fuller ball, and there you see he's standing just outside his crease and trying to get his front foot out there. Right outside his crease, trying to get forward and forcing Robiul to bowl a little bit shorter, and he's looking.
We've seen a blast from Vusi. Come on, Zim. Thanks, Walton. And then Daryl Moyle, he says Zimbabwe need a left-hand opening batsman. Why not try Sean Williams at the top of the order? Interesting, Tino. We'll get back to that tweet. Shot. I don't know if he's got all of that. The outfield on that side of the ground is a little bit slow. Should come through for at least 3, and they do. 2 full on that occasion, and Vusi Sabanda, he needs that. He needs to feel the ball in the middle of the bat, Tino.
He's let a few of those wider ones go a little bit earlier, but I think after the one he played off Sajidul, he's gaining in confidence. Wide delivery. Just flashed the bat at it through the covers. I think he deserves one more run for that, Dirk, on this outfield.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if he quite middled it. Should be going down leg. And well done by Vusi Sabanda. He's seen that early, and that's not great fielding by Bangladesh. So what was an LBW chance turned into 2 easy runs for Zimbabwe.
Well, they got the 1 run back from the slow outfield, the ball before. Sliding down the leg side there. Just falling over slightly, Regis Chakabva.
Good presence of mind to actually call him through for the single, wasn't it, Tino? Sorry, I interrupted you there.
Yeah, often people, after getting hit on the pad, worry about where the ball's gone as opposed to the opportunity to take the run.
He's put him down. He's put him down. That was the breakthrough they needed. He's found the outside edge of Reggie Chikabva's bat, and the captain, who's normally pretty good behind the stumps, maybe going the wrong way, has grasped one.
Good delivery. No feet movement there from Regis Chikabva, but a really good delivery. He's got that to pitch and leave the right-hander. You'll see in this, Reggie really just gone nowhere. He hasn't gone backwards, he hasn't gone forwards, and the cricketing gods have rained upon him.
He moved pretty late, didn't he, the wicket keeper? That's better from Reg. Here's one for you, Tino. Sakib Valdi says Robiul versus Jarvis, question mark.
It's a very big question mark, in my opinion. Look, I think they've both been the spearheads of the attack, and they've done it well so far in the first game. But just looking at Robiul, I think he's been a lot more consistent so far, and he's come in today and he's hit his straps straight away, creating a chance.
Shot, Reggie Chikabva. You just said, Tino, in the previous over, the LBW shot playing across the line a little bit. This one, a nice punch down the ground. 2 to Reggie Chikabva. Good shot.
Loves the ball up to him in that area, Reggie. Got himself in a good position. He's waited again for the ball to come to him. He's hit it under his eyes, and a good firm punch through mid-on.
Rush of blood from Vusi Sabanda. Big swing. No harm done.
In change room's mind, there'd be no better time than this afternoon. Beautiful delivery. He's shaped it away and he's gone. He's given him out. So obviously a little tickle on that Regis Chikabva. And it's gone through to the wicketkeeper, and he makes no mistake this time.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy, Reggie Chikaba. On this occasion, the captain makes no mistake, Mushfiqur Rahim. Not so sure if that sounded like bat. I'm not convinced that that was an outside edge, but they were pretty convinced. And what's more important, so was the umpire. Reggie's gone for 12. Zimbabwe lose their first 23. Last couple of days, the jury's been out on them struggling for a little bit of form. No more perfect opportunity for both of them. Oh, is that an outside edge? He's given him as well. Rubiel's got 2, and Vusi Sabanda has been adjudged caught behind as well. So it's all happening here for Robiul and Bangladesh. 2 down now, Zimbabwe.
Again, beautiful shape on the ball. He's got to play at that. It's pitched on off stump, and it's just left him after hitting the wicket. Beautiful delivery. Vusi Sabanda's gone for 10. The score is 26 for 2, Zimbabwe.